everyone, this is Marlon1995 of Transformers 4 discussion number 14, and we have a lot to talk about in this discussion. There's actually been a lot of news and photos and videos coming out of Hong Kong, way more than I expected, actually more than what was released in the United States, in fact. Lots of news coverage from, the news in Hong Kong, lots of websites reporting photos and videos. It's just a lot of stuff's coming out from that side of the world. So I mean, it's a lot. But first of all, I do want to talk about these Optimus and Bumblebee Halloween costumes for Age of Extinction that were just shown off through a Chinese ad, and they are labeled as Transformers Prime, but they do have the Age of Extinction type looks to it. Mainly Optimus, you can tell, has the same sword and shield from the Leader Class figure toy. And the head doesn't look too different from the previous trilogy. It seems like the toy made it seem like it would change a lot, but judging based off of the mask for the Halloween costume, it doesn't seem like it's as a major change as I initially thought. It looks good so far. I just want to show you guys real quick. This photo was made by a member of the Transformer World 2005 boards, and it is just an amazing render of Optimus Prime, of what he could look like based off of the toy, and it looks great. I mean, so great job for doing that. I mean, that's awesome looking. And so now on to the Hong Kong stuff. We have so much. The main cast was doing a lot of running around. They've been together in the Detroit filming, running around that set, and it looks like that continues in the Hong Kong filming. And they're carrying around the sword, and they're carrying around this giant black bag, which we still don't know what's inside of it. So it's Sophia Myles, Stanley Tucci, Mark Wahlberg, Jack Rayner, and Nicola Peltz are all running around, and don't know what exactly, if they're trying to get somewhere, if they're trying to run from the Decepticons, what are they trying to do, really can't tell. Also, it seems like Sophia Myles had a bit of a fall. I really don't know too much about this, but it seems like she may have sprained her hand. I'm just kind of going by word of mouth of this. I really haven't seen much other than photos. But there are photos of her falling, and it sounds like she sprained her hand and maybe bruised her hip, something like that. I do believe that filming went on as scheduled, maybe after a little delay, but she did have a bit of a fall. And also, new cars, lots of new cars. This is quite surprising. There was a white Lamborghini seen, a black Ferrari, and there was also an orange van. I don't know. I'm including the orange van in this list because it was a very unique looking car. It's an orange and black van. Very, very unique looking. So it's interesting to see if that's anything, or maybe just some pedestrian or citizen in Hong Kong has a flashy van. I don't know, but it looks kind of out of the ordinary. And also, there is an Instagram video of the Freightliner truck being led into battle by 3 Chevy Trax vehicles, and that's quite interesting. We still don't know whether it's an Autobot or a Decepticon, the Freightliner, and that Freightliner is being led by the 3 Chevrolets into somewhere in Hong Kong. I thought it was a pretty cool scene. Search for it on Instagram, and I'll have a still here for you. But that's pretty neat. I mean, so there's more vehicles and characters that we still have. Excuse me. That we still haven't, really seen in action that much. I mean, that's pretty cool. And we still have the Ferrari, which we still haven't seen being filmed yet in Hong Kong, but we did see with the rest of the Autobot vehicles being transported there. So interesting to see if that's going to show up anytime soon. But there are more vehicles to be seen, apparently. Kelsey Grammer and Titus Welliver were seen driving in a Cadillac, and in another Instagram video, and they were seen coming to a stop, and they both get out of the car. Titus Welliver says something, and then they get back in the car and drive off. And just a lot of stuff happening. And also, we have Candace Zhao, or Zhou, I don't know exactly how you pronounce it, one of the reality show winners for the Chinese reality show. She was one of the 4 that was picked to be in Transformers 4. There is a photo of her being filmed by Michael Bay. Still don't know exactly what type of role she would be having. I believe the description of her character in the reality show is that she won the sexy goddess or something like that. Then there was also I forget the other names, but I mean there was 4 very specific type character trait titles for each of these 4 winners. So not sure if they're going to be having a big role, these reality show winners, or if they're just going to have some tinier, shorter roles. Also, Li Bingbing and Stanley Tucci were seen together, and also their stunt doubles. Bingbing and Tucci were on a kind of a setup to make it seem like they were on a motorcycle, and they were, driving down the street, and there is a blue Kawasaki motorcycle, and it was pretty funny. The stunt double for Li Bingbing is a man, so that's it's kind of funny. I'll show these pictures up here while I'm talking, but it's quite humorous. It looks like I'd be quite embarrassed, but hey, stunt double on Transformers 4, it's got to be pretty cool. But yeah, dressed up as a woman, and yeah, that's I hope he's getting a kick out of doing that. But there was a motorcycle chase apparently filmed in, I believe, Detroit. It might have been Chicago, but I think it was in Detroit where they filmed it. So that is probably also continuing in Hong Kong. So there is a motorcycle chase that's going to be happening. There's so much stuff happening in the filming so far that we can tell it's happening. So there's going to be a lot of different things happening at once in this movie. I mean, I think the final battle in Hong Kong is going to be pretty huge. I mean, just from what we've seen so far. So it's going to have a big climax. And also, speaking of Li Bingbing, there is a report from the Chinese affiliate of People that gives a little description of her character. Before I say this, there could be some spoilers. It's describing the character. If you've heard about the leaked script at all, this kind of supports it a bit. So keep watching at your own risk. I'm not going to really talk about anything else very important after this. Actually, you know what? I'll go ahead and talk about that now, actually. Michael Bay was pretty mad because somebody damaged an Audi that was being used for filming. There was some damage on the back and on the front left panel of the vehicle, and Michael Bay was caught on an Instagram video screaming into probably his walkie-talkie about a car. So that's probably, well, I'm guessing that's what he was mad at, and he ended up throwing the walkie-talkie down very angrily and stomping off. So, Michael Bay, he runs a tight ship. He does not want mishaps like this. I remember back in the Transformers 3 filming, the stunt driver for Dutch damaged the vehicle in the highway chase, and Michael Bay was very angry as well. So Michael Bay does not like it when the stunt drivers wreck the vehicles, and it seems like that's been happening in the filming of these movies a lot. So So Michael Bay was attacked in Hong Kong. Sophia Myles had a fall, and one of the vehicles was damaged. So I'm gonna guess that Michael Bay could be having a better time in Hong Kong. But you know, it is what it is, and Michael Bay is definitely a professional, and he will get the job done and keep on schedule, and he'll right the ship back again. So on to this possible spoiler about Li Bingbing's character. This is going to be the only thing I'm going to talk about for the rest of the video. So if you are sensitive to any spoiler information, I would quit watching now. So give you 3 and 2 and 1 and alright, spoiler time. Alright, according to this people in China, People, I don't know if it's People Magazine, People.com, I don't know. Li Bingbing, says local sources are reporting that Li Bingbing's character will be a freak female scientist with the role of Transformers manufacturing chief woman scientist called the Mother of Transformers, portraying a glamorous, cold, challenging wisdom and beauty, strength, and sexiness of both King Kong and a Barbie-like role. Now, this loosely translated from Chinese doesn't make perfect sense, but it sounds like she's going to be a scientist that creates Transformers. So, I think the leaked script, I did not read the leaked script, but I read a little bit about it, and it had to do a little bit about scientists making Transformers and stuff, so it actually might end up being a legit leaked script. It seems like everything is pointing towards it being true so far. That'd be interesting. I'm not sure if I'm all for the idea of humans making Transformers, since, you know, Transformers are living organisms, because that'd be like Transformers making humans. I don't know if, I mean, I know they're kind of robot-like characters, but they're still living beings, so the fact that they're creating Transformers, it depends how they handle it, I guess. If it seems believable, then I'll go for it. But interesting to see how they're going to explain how they can create Transformers with, you know, a spark and with, you know, their own minds and stuff. I'm interested to see how they can, excuse me, how they can do that. I guess sit back and wait to see how that turns out. And that will pretty much do it for this Transformers 4 discussion. Just so much stuff coming out of Hong Kong. It really surprised me that so much information is flooding out through Instagram and multiple news outlets from Hong Kong and China. Just a lot of stuff flooding out. Actually giving, you know, quite a lot away as far as scenes that are happening compared to what happened in Detroit and Chicago. So tons of stuff is going to happen in this climatic final battle in Transformers 4. It's definitely going to be great. And I can't wait to see how all these scenes that we're seeing fits and ties into the movie. So it's going to be pretty cool. Can't wait for the first trailer to come out. And just finally get to see some footage. I can't wait to see some footage. Yeah, so that is Transformers 4 discussion number 14. I am Marlon Fantasy 95, and I will see you next time. Actually happening, but Michael Bay went on to his website and cleared some things up. And I'm going to read exactly what he had here. He said, "Hi, it's Michael. Yes, the story is being passed around is not all true. Yes, some drugged up guys were being belligerent, but..."